Sean.
I know.
You watched the stream for nothing. You've been forsaken.
Alright, Zach, here's our match. And oh god, I made so many mistakes this night. It was,
thank
it was
God.
so bad.
I cannot wait to make fun of you. You know what? I lied. Zach's deck has too many one-ofs. I hate him. What is this? What is this smorgasbord of stuff?
It's a red-black mid-range.
What are you doing? Zach, what are you doing here?
He told me he specifically built this deck to annoy the shit out of Liam. Because he thinks Liam is a goddamn snow leopard and he's a panda. Quote from Zach.
What? What does that mean? Snow leopard beats panda.
Not in Kung Fu Panda, it doesn't.
I did not get the Kung Fu Panda reference. I was thinking of like a real life snow leopard finding a panda, and my money would be on the snow leopard.
Yeah.
Panda bears can't even stay alive in captivity. I think one would last in the wild against a predator. Okay, that's fair.
At least he's honest.
I'm all for people playing fun stuff. My fun stuff just happens to be like fetch shocking and thought-seizing people and sucking all the fun out of what they're trying to do. It's fair. It's like the same thing. I'd homebrew more if I didn't just so enjoy ruining other people's fun so much.
So your worst matchup playing a fun deck would be Boggles. So like turn 1 ley line.
Boggles is just a flat-out race. Like, you can't kill me too quickly, because then I could kill you. That's like a game where you're like, I need Death Shadow in my opener, or it's not happening.
Death Shadow or bust.
There's some really cool ways that you can play Bant Stoneforge Mystic decks. I think Bant has to play Aether Vial, because there's a lot of ways that you can maximize the use of your mana in Bant, because it kind of just has like everything available to it as far as like removal and card draw and counter spells and like good permanents go. But the Aether Vials help you just maximize the use of your mana as much as possible. The
goddamn Bant Soul Herder deck with Aether Vials is, oh god, I hate that deck.
Soul Herder is a big value engine.
It is.
If the format didn't have things like Tron in it, with their nasty Oblivion Stones and Olive Dusts, Soul Herder would be a real thing.
Yeah. Oh, hands down.
The problem is that the format isn't all just mid-range cuddle fest. It's also extreme clear board states, or just you're not interacting with me, so I combo.
Yeah.
Ephemerate on
E-Witness is it good?
No, well, that's infinite.
Yeah.
Ephemerate on a convoked Muldrifter. That's it's dirty.
We do that in Pauper all the time.
Like,
but we paid 6 mana because Ghostly Flicker like men.
That's the thing.
Although now it has switched to Ephemerate because
Muldrifter is a pack 1 pick 1.
Potentially yes.
If there's no removal spell, I'm picking Muldrifter like every time. Muldrifter is so good.
Yes.
It's like if when I don't need you to be 5 mana, you're a divination, and when I have the mana available for you, you're actually amazing.
Turn 1 Inquisition, take away the Thopter Foundry. I'm like, alright, well, I might as well cast Sword.
He saw the line. He didn't take the sword. He took the Thopter Foundry.
Big brain place.
We're in it, boys. I approve of the swamp. That's a good swamp.
Was Turn to Mist was the blink spell in standard. Momentary blink. That actually the flashback for the Revelark decks. Yes, it was Momentary blink. So it's like pay 5 mana, draw 4 cards, here's a 2/2 flyer.
Was Restoration Angel in the same format as?
Oh god, no.
Muldrifter? Oh.
No, Jesus, no. That was way later.
One can dream.
Splitter Twin is definitely just the worst deck.
My name on MTG Arena is Unbanned Twin, and sometimes I pretend it's Unbanned Twin.
Sad.
I know.
Oh man, this Dreadhorde Arcanist is just not real good for me.
My name on Moto is Nerf Islands. I'm surprised.
He's
that
like
one's
Thought
still
Seeds, and
there.
I was like Metallic Rebuke. Because you're just gonna swing with the Arcanist and just do it do it again anyway.
Well,
Just like
yep.
it's like I might as well make you do it this way.
You should let the Thoughtseize resolve. That way he takes 2 more damage.
I mean, I probably should have. But I was just like, meh. Like Bob myself, I like that card. Draw for Bobble, draw for turn. I don't know. Did I draw a whir? I hope I drew a whir.
I hope you didn't.
You shut your goddamn whore mouth.
No.
I think Zach is thinking about a bolt at end of turn here, maybe?
Might as well. Start getting some pressure on there. Boom, bam.
So I play tested the version with
Yeah, where are your Goose? Did you take Goose out of the deck?
I did.
What?
Goose and Emery. Like it's just,
I don't think Emery is in good for this.
so he's just like swing, bolt you. I'm like, alright, cool. Like take 3, double fetch, go to 11.
Goose is fine. Goose is like just another Mox. Goose enables your Moxes and gives you more mana. I think he's fine.
I was playtesting. I just did not like it.
Maximum value.
So it's like, all right. So I'm taking 7. Like we're in for 2.
Can you beat the slow combo? The sad thing is, a lot of decks just can't.
And I go to 3. Because he bolted, swung, and then used the Arcanist to get bolt back.
All right, Zach. Removal spell 1 time.
Urza off the top.
Please no.
I'm like, all right,
like
Astrolabe. I think I drew Urza, which is the sad part.
What's the happy part?
Shut your goddamn whore mouth.
Nope.
Go to 4. Like, go to 5.
Nerd. Now all of his sorcery speed removal is going to destroy you.
What, had Sorcery Speed board wipes?
Yeah, his sorcery speed removal is so live because he didn't do this in his combat step. Dumb dumb. What are you doing? Just like Dreadbore 1. Push Come on, Zach. Bolt 1 time. Bolt you. Attack with Arcanist. Bolt you. Let's go.
Oh, that would be so sad.
Skelemental.
The Skelemental's pretty good, though.
You can block a total of 4 points of damage and then take 3, so you're not dead.
I am correct.
He's got this Sword of Fire and Ice in his hand. That'll give his...
It's like Inquisition, like, it's an Urza. Because it doesn't matter, it's going to trample.
Yeah, now you just get a win.
So, I actually double block the Arcanist and single block the Skelemental. So I go to 1 to get the Arcanist off the board.
That's fair. Oh, you lost the game. You put yourself to 0.
I did. I was like, I'm at 1.
Ah,
Yeah,
you're alive again. Okay.
Urza off the top.
At least the Skelemental takes out the Urza. Ooh, bam.
So like, alright, I'm going to do it 3 more times. Put myself to 4.
Zach's playing 1 of Char. Let's go.
Like, these 3 are untapped.
What's this? A Thunderous Wrath on top of my deck?
Oh god, I would cry. I should be at 4 also. There we go. Okay. It's like
Warden cheating with the life total all night.
Lily. Metallic Rebuke. No. Urza. Damn it.
Justice.
I'm like, well, fine. Attack you for... I'm going to change this to
Many.
4. Attack you for 6.
Much attack. Many attack.
And it's like... yeah, pass. Let's see what you get off the top. Anything relevant.
Liliana of the Veil Edict you. Hell yeah, boys. We're in it.
Yeah! Suck it, Liam. Didn't even hear what you said.
Ban Dr. Foundry. That probably happened before anything else.
No, they banned sword. It was rebanned sword.
I don't think they would, though. I don't think it's too good.
It's not. Like, the combo is very... Rest in peace. Well, that sucks. Like, Leyline. That's just like...
Well... Collector oof.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
many silence.
yeah, I see there are just so many just wastes. Like, nope. It's like... Yeah.
You just print a red creature. It's got 1 mana. It's got hexproof, first strike, vigilance, haste. It says it. Like, an artifact, then in the battle graveyard. You're in the battlefield from your graveyard. Your opponent concedes the game. My legion of 1 mana red creatures with expert that nerf archetypes. Let's go.
I mean, Liam, they have a 2 mana red creature that nerfs Stopper Foundry.
Yeah, it's every time you activate the ability of. Every time you activate an ability, as long as it's not producing mana, you take 2, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Harsh Mentor.
That's a harsh
Look, see, Liam?
That's
see,
a
look,
harsh mentor, bro.
You have 1 card.
You have 4 mana Karn, have every single sword in your sideboard. Hell yeah.
Well, no, you have to have 1. You have to have 1 in your main board to play Stoneforge.
Oh, you have Batter Skull.
And 1 sword, and
yeah.
Feast and Famine.
Yeah.
And everything else on the board.
Yeah. It's sort of, I don't know, body and mind. Fuck it, whatever.
I think, honestly, in Limited, I think Sword of Body and Mind is the best sword. In Limited, hands down. If it connects once, you take away a 4th of your opponent's library. You make a token to re-equip the sword to, if they kill whatever is already equipped.
I think Body and Mind is worse than Light and Shadow.
In Limited?
Yeah, because all the good removal is going to be like white or black. Or probably red and black. But Body and Mind is the most lethal if it connects. But the odds of it connecting with protection from blue and protection from green aren't very high.
But
I think sort of Body and Mind is kind of a trap card in Limited. Like, you think it's going to be like the best thing ever, and if it ever connects, it's going to be amazing. But typically it doesn't. And you're just left with something that's meh.
But still, the fact of like
It's good. It's just I think it's overrated slightly.
I think in Limited it's the best sword. Because if you're playing, let's say if you pack on pick on that, you're drafting evasion creatures. You're drafting evasion creatures.
If you still like, I think I'd still rather have Sophie.
So I think Sophie's probably the next best one. But the fact that Sword of Body and Mind is like, oh, like I make a 2/2 token. Like,
Yumi's always GT. Best sword.
I mean, you're not wrong.
It's a planeswalker. Ridiculous. I don't know why they're like, yeah, just whenever a creature deals combat damage.
So,
Good idea.
I mean,
You mean to like a player, right? No.
No, it's combat damage.
Just
That's
combat
what it's
damage.
printed. Whoops. I was honestly waiting for them to print a fixed GT, like actual like GT in Modern Horizons.
Yumi's always charmed, dude.
That's not a fixed GT. You don't get
Yeah, it's
multiple
not even-
activations from it.
Yeah.
But I said like Umazawa's Sai, right? Like, hey, this deals combat damage to a player. You get these effects,
Yumi's always Tay. Yumi's always nunchucks.
right?
Hell yeah. You have like you like roll a dice. You remove a charge counter, roll a dice. It has like 1 of 3 effects, and one of them is you take 1 damage from hitting yourself with a nunchuck. Let's go.
They put it every time. They have an actual nunchuck. Let's see what the dice says.
You have like, you like destroy target tapped creature. You take 2 damage, or like each player discards a card.
This all sounds terrible.
That's when you let go of the nunchuck, it bounces off your opponent and hits you in the head too. Because there's only
What?
there's only
Why are
3
these all like worst case
there's only
scenarios?
3 outcomes from using nunchucks. 1, you hit somebody and they weren't expecting it. That's why they're tapped. 2, you hit yourself, which is why you take 2 damage. Or somehow you manage to hurt both of you.
Alright, it's like Dreadhorde Arcanist. It's a pretty good turn 2 play.
Yeah, Horizons was kind of like everything was super busted. But they wanted to support extended formats,
Yeah, well,
and they did it really well. I'd say like overall, Modern Horizons has had a positive impact on Eternal formats, with the exception of 1 particular card.
Yes,
that was a mistake.
that was, and honestly, like I think the mistake on that card was you're able to cast it from graveyard.
Well, it's just like it had every.
Think about it. If you didn't have that effect, right, you had to cast it from your hand. It's way more fair.
Well, like historically, what's been the most broken shit? Reducing mana,
Yes.
casting shit for free,
Yeah.
and recurring that value. We
Yeah.
put all 3 of those things on 1 dude and thought it was going to be fine.
Yeah.
Definitely no.
Is that a... What is that? Is that a...
It's a Season Prime answer.
I thought that was the Who's that little goblin that makes dragons if you have 7 or more lands? Is it a goblin or is it human?
It's a shaman.
Is it a human shaman?
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Thought it was that for a second. I was
No.
like, what the fuck?
Here's a sword. Do it's like do we get Zach?
Horizons was strong, but I don't know if it was too strong. Like the only cards out of Horizons. Yeah,
It was like Oprah.
the only card. Okay, there's like 2 things out of Horizons that were probably too good beyond just Hogak, and that would be Force of Negation and Ren and 6. Those were both
Oh yeah.
a little too strong. Ren and 6 has kind of dominated Legacy recently.
Yeah, and
And
honestly,
then-
that's a big one. Is also Urza isn't dominating anything else other than Modern, and it's not even really dominating Modern.
Urza generated an archetype. That's about it.
That's it.
Well, it boosted an existing
Yeah,
archetype.
it boosted Tesserator effectively. Is what it
Yeah.
did.
It took something that was like underground pet deck and made it a real thing.
No, because the Thopter Sword combo was already an archetype. You had
4-color,
Tesserators.
yeah, 4-color Whir was a thing already
Yeah.
before.
In the 4-color work that I played the deck was more of a lockout deck, not a combo deck.
It was more of a bridge deck.
Yeah. Like, and Emery did make those decks better, but like I said, like it didn't create an entirely new archetype.
I mean, every Ascendancy is it's newish. There's already Ascendancy decks. There's
But
already,
I'm saying, like, the Jessica Ascendancy is already a deck. Like the Emery is just a different version of it. It's still the same thing. Yeah, I think that's right. And there's 12 different Urza decks. Like, what version do you want to play?
the one that's not boring.
Ooh, that's a Thopter Foundry. Ping myself for one.
Man, Fulminator Mage is not looking too hot in this matchup. I don't think you really care if you get one of your lands blown up.
Yeah.
Just like, okay, if I play Mox, I'll keep making my land drops. Whatevs.
So there's 2 mistakes that I make upcoming, and I'm still very upset about myself for making them.
Well, you sleeved up Urza, mistake number 1, and then you sleeved up Oko, mistake number 2.
I'm not saying you're wrong, Liam. You're wrong.
Ooh.
Season Pyromancer.
I need an answer to your bullshit. What'll it be? Pull against Command, a braid. Oh God, please help me.
Hazard, yeah, definitely not doing a whole lot in this match.
It's a way to win through a bridge.
Yeah, cause it's a mana sink at that point, yeah. He's like, pass. So, pay 1, sack sword. And he goes, trigger on the stack, surgical.
Oof.
So, first mistake I made, I should not have tapped out
Yeah.
to do that. Second, when he targeted, I should have Nihil Spellbomb in my own graveyard when I didn't see that play. So,
Ooh.
yeah. Two
Yeah.
major mistakes that I made.
Because you're not really equipped to win. I mean, you're more equipped to win just like mediocre mid-range matchups now that you play Oko.
And I also did bring in Tezzerets because in this matchup I expected a lot of like destruction 1-for-1s, and Tezzeret
Yeah.
just lets me get farther ahead.
It's not the end of the world, but definitely.
Oh, yeah.
You led yourself into this situation.
Yes.
You got Cryptic Command, Mystic Sanctuary. Mystic Sanctuary is not currently live. Though.
Yeah, I was there's the other issue. And this is still when I was like still adjusting the deck. I think at this time I only had 2 Okos.
Zach should still mill for 1.
Yeah, he does.
Boom.
I'd say we're resolving the surgical.
Good on you, Zach.
Yeah. We're resolving the surgical first. But okay, look, you know how many people have told me this like so many times, and like, look, it.
I don't think Urza's broken. I just think it's really, really boring. That's my only complaint about it. I think it's fair. I find it to be particularly boring. That's about it.
Yeah.
But hey, not every deck has to be for everybody. Not everybody finds Tron to be exciting. Tron players love that shit.
Yeah, like Zach Collins absolutely loves Tron so much. That's why he's playing it in Portland.
Sometimes I have to tell him, like, Zach, I need you to calm down right now. I get that you super love Tron and you're excited to share that, but there's only so many times you can present the same information. I mean, we all get it, Zach. We all get that you love Tron. Like, enough. Okay, enough is enough. He's sitting there. He's got a big Cheshire cat grin on his face. He's got his shirt that says "I Heart Tron." He's fist bumping his friends after he plays an Urza, or no, sorry, after he plays a Karn.
Mono blue Tron with Urza. Let's just go for it.
Well, he's fist bumping people after he's casting Karns, and like, it's nice to see him be passionate about something that he truly, fundamentally loves. But I think the rest of us are just sick of it.
Agreed.
Yeah. Slow your roll, Zach.
Yeah. I think Zach should start playing the anti-Tron deck, which is Junt.
No, anti.
Tron would burn.
So for a while, it was Tron, Twin, Jund. And that was the
trifecta, yeah.
rock, paper, scissors in the format. Whereas Twin beats Tron, Tron beats Jund, Jund beats Twin.
Yeah. And now it's like, man, it's like rock, paper, scissors, lizard, Spock right now.
It's like, actually not even rock, paper, scissors anymore. It's
rock, paper, scissors. I can't remember what the Big Bang. Oh, don't worry. We'll tag him in this. We'll tag him in this video.
Yeah. I'll repeat everything I said verbatim to him.
You would.
You know I would. It's not even like that shocking.
Yeah, no,
like that big of a thing to say.
Yeah, no. I think because of that mistake, I'm definitely just gonna be losing this game. Because like it's one of those like I should know never tap out. I mean,
if you're playing control against Tron, it's just like an uphill losing battle from the start. You have to have like an actual clock, otherwise you just give Tron unlimited free time to play with their toys, and eventually one of their toys does something.
Trigger. So Mystic Sanctuary trigger, put Cryptic on back is nice. We have an Oko. I don't know if Oko does enough right now.
You could make Arcanist into a 3/3. Otherwise, your shit's getting pushed.
I was thinking about making
anything you
the
make
altar into a 3/3,
which just gets pushed from the Arcanist. You're at 6, so you can't really give him another 3/3.
Exactly.
Looks like you make a food.
No, I think I play Mox Opal and then make it a 3/3.
Yeah. Making a food gains you 3 life. Oh, there's a push right there, and then he's gonna.
I was like, wait, no, I can't. I was like,
it's not an artifact anymore.
Yeah. It's like, oh, yeah. I mean, I wasn't in a great position anyway.
Yeah. There's a Thoughtseizes. Check out my land. You get Cryptic on top. If you can survive this turn.
Nope.
No.
That's
Ripperoni.
Oh, yeah. That's a thing.
I'm big dead. I'm really big dead.
Yeah. No, I think the current list I'm running I really enjoy, and like I've seen a lot of people, unless you're on like the Emery, unless you're like just on the Emery plan, Goose isn't good, because like Goose plus Emery, and you're only running like one Thopter Foundry, one sword, because you're just tending to dig through your whole deck to find it effectively, and it's Oko to kind of stabilize things. I don't think you want to run Goose. And like I've tried
your deck get out the gate faster. It's just it's an accelerant that happens to just gain you life after whatever turn. Also, Bunny, I think that if you have Big Brain Tron versus Big Brain Esper, I think just Big Brain Tron wins, and that's just kind of the nature of how things go.
I mean, it depends on.
I mean, you could sideboard 15 hate cards for Tron and probably beat them, assuming that Tron doesn't do the same thing to you. Just like, haha, I'm sideboarding multiple defense grids.
Yeah.
Now my spell is guaranteed to resolve. Yo, check out my caverns. Just depends.
Yeah. So I guess the problem that I found with running the Goose, right? Like you. At that point, you turn into a mid-range deck, and you lose a lot of your toolbox cards. And I think with how the current meta is, I want the toolbox cards.
I mean, you're less. Are you 3 words right now?
Yes.
Mm.
If it was with the Goose, I would probably drop it down to 2, but then also I would have to drop I would probably drop Ensnaring Bridge, Damping Sphere from the board, and the Grafdigger's Cage. And like those cards are literally just backbreaking in certain games.
You might be right, Bunny, but I come from an era of Tron where we were playing Ayavugan, and once games got to a certain point, we were like,
yes.
Tudor Emrakul. Okay, it's over now.
Yes.
Just stop.
Yeah. Ulamog is a little different, but I mean, like, it's
not a 15 power flying Annihilator 6.
Yes.
Take an extra turn.
Take an extra turn, yeah. Can't be countered. But no, so and that's the issue, right? Like Grafdigger's Cage in the mirror, in the Emery mirror, is backbreaking for them.
I mean, look, I just don't think that. I think if you're gonna commit to being Sultai, it's not worth just for Oko. I think you also want the Goose because the Goose accelerates.
We also have the sideboard cards of Veil of Summer, Assassin's Trophy, Abrupt Decay.
Goose is just so good.
Goose is good if you're running the Emery version.
Goose enables Mox. It plays nice with Oko. It ramps you into your combo. And if it's at a point where it's no longer good, it's just gaining you artifacts and giving you life. I think there's nothing bad about it.
The problem is that then you, like with me, since I'm not playing Emery and I'm way more on the combo route, it dilutes the deck more.
What does the Emery do in the Sultai version?
It puts more artifacts in the graveyard, lets you dig through your deck faster, and you'll be able to keep recasting baubles to just keep digging farther.
So why aren't you doing that?
It's so then because you only play one Thopter Foundry, one sword because of all the room you have to make, and
man, I just
you become such a mid-range deck that you lose to the decks you should normally be able to beat.
I don't think just playing Oko is worth it over like the red for the goblins and the galvanic.
No, Oko hands down is worth it.
But you're like not supporting Oko. You're maybe casting it on turn 3.
So also with the
Goose gives you turn 2 Oko, and it makes your Goose live the next turn for more mana for more shenanigans.
The problem is that like we are more of a control deck with a Sultai version. That's why I run the Metallic Rebukes and the Cryptic Commands.
The Goose also has a maze-like vagina, which makes it harder for other people to impregnate it. So you have to consider that as well.
So, in this scenario, am I trying to impregnate the Goose?
You are the Goose in this scenario, and that's helping safeguard your precious eggs.
Man, this is really bad. So I kept an island, Mystic Sanctuary, no fetch lands, and I have 2 Thopter Foundries in hand. I can't cast either one of them.
Did you keep this?
Because I had 2 land and a bauble, and so I was like, I should be able to find a fetch land.
Like no Astrolabe? If you had Astrolabe,
I'd know.
Keep.
Yeah, and so I said like I was still.
How well does your deck mulligan? It seems like your deck would mulligan fine.
Yeah, and like the list that's on the side isn't exactly this I was running at this point. I was still like testing things out.
You know what would make your mana base better? Goose. It's mana fixing. Have you played in a tournament with Goose yet? Or have you just been like goldfishing and being like, Goose no good? Because when you goldfish, then cards that accelerate you or generate.
No, even so, I've goldfished, and there we go. There's a fetch land. I've goldfished, and even with the goldfishing, and like it's certain matches of typically how plays go, is with how the deck I have, how it was currently built, the Goose just wasn't doing enough, and that was the issue.
Play in an actual tournament on like just actually play it in a tournament. See how it works.
I'll play it Friday.
Yeah, do it instead of it's always way better to do that to test something than just goldfish it.
Yeah,
because you're not actually getting real feedback.
He's like, "Cold command, destroy it, discard a card." I'm like, "All right, well." I mean, I have the Thopter Foundry in hand. I assume I have a second Urza in hand at that point.
And then the rats are coming.
Yep. So I'm gonna go to 10. There's a sword.
Eat your big sword. You got the combo. You win the game.
No.
There's a sword.
So what Zach could do, right, is at end of turn, he could discard a card, make another rat. His turn, discard additional card, make another rat. Swing for 12, win.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm just pretty sure I'm just dead here. If he sees that line. Zach's like, yep, discard a card, make a rat. I'm like, okay, there's 9.
How do you just pack rat and pioneer?
I haven't really seen it. So I was like, okay, like I have a blue up swing. I'm like, okay, he's just gonna discard a card and I'm dead, right? He's like, I'm like, no blocks. He's like, okay, pass.
Interesting.
Zach.
Got burned? Something like that?
That's why I was like, oh, he's gonna bolt me, like. Cause like this, like if I found a land, right, like I could have theoretically gone Urza, but I should have played the Thopter Foundry, because then if I hit the 4th land, I could have done Urza and then played the sword and comboed off. So I did make a misplay there as well, but Zach ended up getting it, even though Zach did make that one misplay. But
1 on Zach's side.
like
20
5,
on yours.
yeah, I'd say like 5 or 6 on my side. It was bad.
As the videos go longer and longer, my posture gets worse. And worse. By the time we're done streaming, I'm just gonna be like,
All the way down.
"Meh."
Sorry, this is the last one anyway.
What do we got?
Looks like we have